Hi, this is a little short video of me using straws as an alternative when I'm testing Mary Martin's placemat. She's doing woven knitting placemat. The pattern actually calls for a cutting and then using clips that looks like this, looks like this to hold the ends together and something like that. And I had thought about using other alternatives. I can use these type bind clips. They work well. I mean, I can clip two together um, like this, but they're a little heavy. I don't like it. I had thought about using bobby pins like this. Um, it seems to work okay, but then it's like it's easy to accidentally knock it over to the end where it is not going to hold. And it's like, I don't like having this much length sticking out. I don't like it. I had thought about, oh, can I find these type of clips that may would work? But the thing is like, it's only this teeny little tip on top. Otherwise, it is too much gap and the yarn is just going to come through. So that didn't work. I thought about these IKEA clips. These work well. But again, it's like a lot of thing too big sticking out. I didn't like it. So I ended up coming with the idea of using straw. Um, so this is the straw I happen to have at home. These are the bendy straws. I basically pull and stretch this out and ended up cutting 4-inch sections because the instructions is in the pattern is to have 4-inch tail and then clip them. Rather than doing one long 8-inch section of straw, I did two because it actually makes it more manageable and actually it helps when I'm actually cutting the ends. So I cut it into 4-inch section and then I cut along one of these lines so that it's open like this. Ideally, I would have just used a regular straight straw with no bendy because you can see how this middle section where the corrugation is kind of open. I like this idea versus cutting and clipping. Partly if I'm testing, I'm not too sure whether I like it. I won't end up with lots of little short sections that I have to end up tying knots and stuff like that. So this way you can make sure you actually like the project and the size is what you're expecting it to be before you cut any yarn and then having to deal with all kinds of knots. So this is how I do it. So we have using two different colors. I basically just open the straw up, sticks the two yarn in, kind of run my finger along, and then it traps the two cords in there. I'll do the same with this other one. I'm actually able to do more than two yarn in a section. I can actually do 4. I've actually done 6, but I prefer 4. I don't want to go more than 4. So this one, I already have 2 in here. I'm just adding these 2 more. 2 more, same type of thing. I have to kind of run it along the inside. And then I will do the same thing on this second one here. Okay. So it's still kind of fiddly sometimes. Whoops, and it can come out. I mean, so you can do 2 and then you don't have to worry about this fiddling to make sure the other yarns stay. So one of the things, when you start knitting in the round, you see with the 2 straw, you can actually kind of fold it over, so which is kind of nice. You do have to pay attention and don't yank too hard, because if you yank too hard at the beginning for that first stitch, you can potentially pop it out of the straw. No big deal, you can put it back in and then you can just start knitting. Okay. So I am just going to put these back just so that I can show the next part. So when I am good and ready to actually cut, the advantage of the straw, having 2 straw, is that I can actually just put this right there in between and I can cut it. This one I had actually 6 yarn ends in the straw. And then I can just remove one, sort my yarn tails here. I find the two that I want, and then tie a knot. And then this other straw here actually is keeping this nice, and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to worry about this loosening up. One of the things that is like, I don't want to keep cutting lots and lots of straws. I want to reuse some of them. So say after I have a whole bunch of these, now this is where this comes in from IKEA. So I can actually remove some of the straws. So I can reuse these straws. But I can use this IKEA clip here and hold the ends together. Oops, why I keep knitting. So one of the things we do have to be mindful for using these IKEA clips, you don't want it to be, you don't want the yarn to be right at the end there or at the end there. So this kind of keeps it in place. I would do the same on this side. And then I'll be able to keep reusing these straws. And then when I'm ready at the end, I can cut everything. Or if I don't like it, I can then just frog, and I don't have many yarn ends to deal with. So this is a little short video showing how I use straws and knit in the round instead of keep cutting and trying to manage all these yarn tails all the time. So hope that's helpful. Take care. Bye.